Hi friends, hope you're doing well. I'm Dr. Milind. So after INICET November 2022 sessions results were out, now students are gearing up for counseling. And there are a lot of questions in the mind of students, and definitely a lot of anxiety about whether to join peripheral aims or the students who have already joined through NEET, the state colleges. Now they are also confused. Yeah, INICET में भी अच्छी rank आ गई. Should I continue my PG in state college or should I go for aims? So definitely these all questions are there, and I was at your place few years back, and these questions also troubled me. I had worked in AIMS New Delhi for a while. I have done my PG from AIMS Bhopal, and I have also worked in state and central colleges. So I have idea about a lot of things, and I was very fortunate that I met a lot of wonderful people during my journey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you a few life experiences and a few stories, and definitely they will help you to answer the questions that you have. First of all, about the students have anxiety whether to join a state college, like there are top state colleges or a peripheral aims. ये एक कॉमन देयर इज अ कॉमन थॉट कि एम्स में एक्सपोजर नहीं है, peripheral aims are new. Definitely there is a problem with the infrastructure. They are still growing. जब मैंने एम्स भोपाल ज्वाइन किया था, वी वर लाइक वन ऑफ द फर्स्ट बैचेस इन आवर पर्टिकुलर डिपार्टमेंट. एक एंग्जाइटी होता ही है. And on the contrary, the top state colleges, they have a huge load of patients. We talk about the toxicity. It's not only about the seniority; it's also about the place, because there is such a load of patient that sometimes it feels typical. And a lot of people there, students, they are not able to pursue their post graduation at such places. So there is always a dilemma that which thing to choose. So I'll tell you something that will help you. See what happens when I joined AIMS for police. I was anxious कि यार मैंने peripheral AIMS join किया है, क्या मुझे similar exposure मिलेगा, क्या मैं will I be a good doctor? See, what I realize is there are advantages of each places. You have to see how can you make use of those advantages for your betterment. So when I joined INSOPAL, before joining, I had read one article by the director of PJ Chandigarh. He was the first batch of his department when PJ Chandigarh was started. See, we all know what PJ Chandigarh is now, but when he joined, even he was anxious कि यार मैं पहले ही बैच हूँ, क्या मैं will I be able to survive at such place, and it's a new college. Definitely there are challenges with the infrastructure, but what he wrote in his article that when he joined, they literally built the department. They were directly in touch with their faculties. They made the protocols, they made the different charts, and the legacy that they left behind. When they were there, they literally were trained from because there are no seniors, so you literally get trained from your faculties. You are direct, the faculty is very accessible. State colleges में इतने PGs होते हैं, the top colleges, that even your faculty don't remember your names. They don't even know that you belong to this department. So that is a difference that I felt. And when I read this article and when I started my post graduation in Bhopal, actually I related to whatever he wrote in that article. So I think that is one benefit you get. That definitely there is less exposure as compared to state colleges, but that is actually that can be your advantage. So if I have to summarize it, I'll say if you want to have a little bit of chilled PG life, along with you want to be trained in a proper protocoled manner, and if you have a interest in research, definitely AIMS is a better choice. What state colleges have to offer you is you become very confident, and you become very skillful if you do your PG from a state college or a top college like Delhi colleges, because they have such a huge load of patients. But again, the downside of that is sometimes you are not able to follow the protocols. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing because you're just following. It becomes the reflex. You just follow what your seniors are doing. Sometimes it's very difficult to evaluate properly the patient because load is huge, and also it's difficult to reach to your faculty, and as some people are not able to survive this toxic environment because so many patients, and then the seniority and all these issues that I don't want to get into that, but we all are aware of that. So these are downside of the state colleges as well. Also in AIMS, sometimes some people they have joined, especially if you are planning to join a surgical branch, sometimes it feels that you don't get that kind of maybe exposure in AIMS. So definitely that is also a downside of AIMS, but that's the story of the past. All peripheral AIMS have now evolved into a better place what they were a few years back. Even like AIMS Jodhpur, for the matter of fact, now some people are preferring it over AIMS Delhi as a less toxic, but similarly, with the high quality education that we're getting. So definitely, I will say that peripheral AIMS are no more baby AIMS, and they have definitely evolved into a better place to pursue your post graduation. Now, Uh, so that is my opinion about when you think about state college versus peripheral aims. Now, when it comes to like, there's some students who are stuck in between rank, like rank 200 to 700, and they don't know that what to do. They're not able to get the rank, the branch that they wanted, and now they're confused कि rank तो बताने के लिए अच्छी है, but जो चाहिए वो मिल नहीं रहा है. And now the new quota of aims they have introduced, and there are a lot of things are there, so it has become different. So I will say, everybody has a top 2 3 choices. When I got my rank was 125 in that year of aims, and I was still not happy because I expected कि यार और थोड़ी better आनी चाहिए थी, and we all are never happy with your ranks. That's a story. So I was very fortunate. I did my non-academic chairship in AIMS New Delhi for a while. So वहाँ पे मैं काफ़ी अच्छे लोगों से मिला था. I met Dr. Milind. He was the director of TAMS, and he was kind enough to guide. So I also had my dream, my passion that I want to pursue my post graduation in AIMS New Delhi. But ऐसे था कि the branches which I was getting, like I was not getting definitely medicine, pediatrics, and these branches which I wanted. So I was looking for some unorthodox kind of things like DM in infectious diseases and MCH in pediatric surgery. But when I met these people, they actually opened my eyes. They said that you have to actually go for the conventional branches at that point of time. See, that time COVID was not there, so I decided to go for a more of a conventional branch, although in peripheral aims, but I decided to do that. So I was also confused. I was also anxious to go for it, but I tried to play it safe during that period. Now, if you are someone who is already, so why I'm telling you this, that if everybody has their top 2 3 branches that they want to pursue. So I'll say that don't think much about the college. If you are already pursuing the branch of your choice in a state college, or if you're getting a branch of your choice, or let's say the branch that you like top 2 3 branches, respect the rank, because that's what they told me. You'll never know that you'll get the same rank again, because I always say that this is a cluster group. So like top 20, I'll say top 20 50 are the students who are, I will say, they are like beyond, I mean they are like brilliant students. I'm not saying that we all are not brilliant, but I will say that it's very difficult to compete for the students who are there in the top, let's say 20 or 50. But the students who are in the cluster, like the student like me who was in that cluster, see, I'll say luck also plays a role, because even if you're talented, even if you're brilliant, if you're in that cluster zone, if you write the next time exam again, you don't know which end of cluster will end up. Maybe in a top like 150, or end at like 650 to 700. So you don't know where you will go. So don't worry about that part. I will say, if you're getting the branch that you can settle for, take it. If you're pursuing it already in a state college, you can go for it. Now lastly, about writing the next attempt, like whether to attend. A lot of students are asking me, sir, should I sit for this counseling, or should I attempt the next attempt that is coming for NEET PG and INICET? I'll say, I'd like to tell my story, which what I did during my time. So I was getting medicine through NEET, but I was very passionate for AIMS. So I decided to take a drop. I did not participate in NEET PG. I decided I'll give my everything, but there is a catch. I kept DNB as my backup plan. So I made up my mind that if I don't get into AIMS, I will take DNB as DNB medicine as my backup plan, because we had DNB exam separately that year, like mid-year with AIMS. So if you are aiming for NEET PG 2023, I'll say that your backup plan should be your INICET 2022, and vice versa. So you can prepare for both the exams, because you never know that day what will happen. You have to give your best on both of your days, and then you have to keep your fingers crossed. So, and I can say, I'm not say it in a philosophical way. It's not like everybody can get motivated in the same way. It's not like everybody get the seat. There are limited number of seats. But let me tell you something. You have to rise above the competition. So with time, you do that. Maybe I wrote my aims multiple times. I realized maybe that was not my day. Maybe that was not my year. Maybe that was not my attempt. But there was an attempt where I rose above my competitors and I got the branch that I wanted. So your day will also come. You just have to wait, and you have to be patient, and you have to keep going and keep working hard. Because what I knew, that I just wanted to study in AIMS one day, and that was my dream. And I think I was able to fulfill that. So you have to ask yourself that what you want to life in your life, and what is the price that you are ready to pay for. Getting motivated is a different thing, but there is a blur line between being stupid and being too much motivated, because sometimes they say that every dead body lying on the Mount Everest was once a very motivated person. What I mean, that's not a great example to say, but what I'm saying is every person who has failed in this competitive exam once was highly motivated. But along with motivation, you have to bring in discipline in your preparation, and I'm sure if you bring that, you will be 100% successful in your path. So guys, I hope this video helped you, and I wish you all the best and take care.